You'll pay for the first date. I wish I was making that up, but that's an actual profile opening from someone who I see among my matches. Men of Reddit, what are things women write on their dating profiles that are instant deal breakers? Are there any good men left? Tells me her personality drives off good men. All my friends say I'm crazy. LOL. Translation: you and your friends are earth-shatteringly dull. A new one is, don't judge my story by the chapter you walked in on. Listen lady, if there is one thing I will never change, it is the feeling of self-satisfaction I get when I judge strangers for superficial reasons. Ain't no woman special enough for me to change. If you can't handle me at my deadliest, you don't deserve me at my deadliest. So many, but here's two. Fluent in sarcasm, so if you can't deal with it don't bother. Long lists of there, must have qualities in men. Like so many of these red flags, it's not the thing itself, it's the fact that you chose to mention it. Sarcasm is part of most everyone's humor. Sure, some people are sassier than others, but basically everyone can handle it if it's done in a normal way. If someone explicitly mentions that they're fluent in sarcasm, that usually tells me that they either have a way overinflated sense of how funny and unique their sarcastic sense of humor is, or they're just mean, rude or disrespectful, and try to couch that as being sarcastic. Any mention of how important either religion or horses are to her. Trillions of requirements that only people who are a human can fit to fill the checklist. I am a princess, or I want to be treated as a princess. Let me contact your father to see if aligning my house with his would be beneficial. We will let you know if you will be marrying me or not. Message me, I won't talk first. Alright, Miss Entitled. Anything that you feel strongly enough about to write about in all caps, in a combative way to open your profile. My name is Shay. I am 6'1", 330 pounds. I am a big girl and I know it. I am here to meet a man. Not a hookup, not a boy, but future husband. White men only. I am not looking to play text tag with users who never want to meet up. We will Skype or FaceTime before, so I can make sure I am not catfished. You will pay for the first date, not that the first date needs to be anything fancy. Okay, now we survived that. I am a real woman who is a lot of fun. I wish I was making that up, but that's an actual profile opening from someone who I see among my matches. High maintenance. Why would you be proud of that, and what effing moron would seek that in a partner? Oh, and I'm not really 23, not sure why it says that, because you lied about your age on Facebook, you idiot. Treat me like a princess, always makes me chuckle. First of all, why do you think you deserve such treatment? Then, do you know how princesses nowadays are treated? Like totally normal women in most countries, and like broodmares and commodities in others. You want to be a Disney princess? Get a job at Disneyland. Something edgy like, if you can't handle me at my worst. My roommate used to say this a lot and believed in it too. It computes. She would cheat constantly and flirt a lot with all the rich boys on campus, all the while having a rich boyfriend at home, who was bonkers over her and a really nice bloke. Not only that, she would go around manipulating these men she had flings with, dangling the promise of a relationship in front of their eyes, into doing some rubbish, and then promptly dump them and act like a victim. She was straight up abusive and quite the user, but an ace manipulator, so you had to really observe her to add up all this. Ever since then, whenever any girl uses this quote or believes in it, I instantly think she is like my former roomie, and usually, I am right. I loathe this quote. It's a license to be as selfish, horrible, and non-committed as you possibly can be, and take no responsibility for it. I love to laugh. No really, I've never met anyone that doesn't like to laugh. If they have a long list of emojis that are supposed to represent different aspects of their personality, I see you're part dolphin, and really like the number 100, and double nope if one of those emojis is their astrological sign. I used to think I was open-minded as if, but at this point, if I see anything about the regular need to fulfill obligations pertaining to hailing the Dark Lord, praising our eternal master and his dark envoy, or anything like that, I back the hell away. I learned my lessons. I tell you what. Empty profiles relying only on pictures. Take 5 effing minutes to write something about you. You put in zero effort and pretend to have men do all the work. God is first. Nope. I hate to admit it, but you're right. Was talking to this girl for a bit, then discovered she is Catholic, which is odd for someone her age, mid-20s, but whatever. But then she reveals that if she were to accidentally get pregnant, she would keep the baby. Now, I'm not trying to get into a life versus choice debate. It's just that I can't start a relationship with someone who views my nightmare as a blessing. Also, I literally spent 2 hours yesterday reading X-Men comics. No way am I ready for a baby. If they describe themselves as bubbly, translation, annoying. Profiles with a lot of complaints about the messages they receive. If you're sick of receiving just, hey, maybe you should send the first message for a change and realize it's not easy. I notice a lot of women complain about this, but most have a really empty or shallow profile. It's kind of hard to strike up conversation about a shared interest or anything interesting when there's nothing substantial to go off. The result of which in super interesting messages like hey, I struggle with descriptors that don't really tell me anything about the person. I like to have a laugh. Yeah, great. At what? Do I laugh at it too? I like going out. Where? I'm really into good music. Again, what? What music? It forces unoriginal conversation starters that no one wants to answer because, what music are you into? Is ridiculously open-ended and could have been asked by anyone. Full-time traveler. Oh come on. Let's go on an adventure. It's so effing corny. I've noticed this with guys' profiles too. Probably a third of guys say something about being adventurous or liking adventures. It's so vague and doesn't tell me anything about the person. Maybe your idea of adventure is trying Ethiopian food, and my idea of adventure is stealing the Declaration of Independence to find a long lost treasure. Give me specifics. Height requirements. Everyone's a little shallow, but wearing on your sleeve is a deal breaker. I want a girl who's in shape, but I wouldn't say it on the profile. When they only have photos of their face, and when they only have photos of like half their face, or all their photos have a Snapchat filter on. This is a thing I'm seeing more and more nowadays. There are girls I went to school with, who if you go by their Instagram accounts look like hard 10 models. But I met one of them a few months back, and nope, still looks bad. And next day she uploads a few photos and damn she was looking hot. What kind of sorcery is this? If they call themselves a free spirit, in my own personal experience, women who call themselves that are either in and out of quick relationships or flings, or sleep around a bit. I don't really find anything wrong with that personally, but it's not what I look for. Interests, opera, lying gold diggers. Been on Match.com lately, and I'd estimate 1 out of every 2 women describe themselves as opera fans. I've never met anyone in real life who would say that. Where do these women all come from? I'm too late for the show, but I just need to get this off my chest, so here we go. I'm from Europe, and people here often travel to Berlin. There is a monument to remember all the Jewish lives lost in World War II, and it's basically just many different sized cubes. The thing is, it allows you to easily take very artsy black and white profile pictures. To me, this is disrespectful as F to all the people killed. Therefore, every time a girl has this kind of picture on her Tinder profile, it is an instant left swipe for me. Anything about how I'm not one of those skinny girls cause I actually enjoy eating. While it's nice to be okay with your body, it doesn't require you to shoot other people down to do it. Laundry list of crap they demand, yet have a generic profile. Demanding you write a personalized message with a generic profile, saying you're not looking for a hookup but pictures consist of cleavage shots or pics of you in a bikini or doing yoga. Feminist. Having that perspective is great. Turning it into a core defining element of your identity probably means you're one of the nutso ones. You must have large sum of money in your 401k to date me. Lady, it's just a date, not a marriage. My 401k isn't any of your business. Oh so many, fluent in sarcasm. I see this all the time. They are definitely not fluent in sarcasm. I'm pretty certain they believe it to say something mean and add a laugh. Just looking for someone to go on adventures with. No, you aren't. You are trying and failing to come across as a free spirit. I don't believe your unoriginal statement. Can't handle me at my worst. We all know this one. It's a poor excuse to act like a raging bee. I don't like drama or want to play games. You thrive on drama and do nothing but play mind games. Be a /taco connoisseur, Netflix enthusiast, probably swiped right for your dog. Oh, you can go F yourself. I've seen some combination of this on tons of profiles. Where is this trying to be original language, but actually coming from the I'm not like other girls hive mind? How do so many women stumble across these types of things to come off as a cool, laid back chick, aloof, etc.? This stuff is bizarre how common it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Radio TTS Dating Advice. Please subscribe, because this channel is bubbly, adventurous and we love music. We also love to laugh. And breathing is not bad either. I think you and this channel are a perfect match. But you pay for the first date, alright?